So I'm in Atlanta today, and despite this, I still have no idea who I'm about to read.
Hey guys, I'm here on a Ferris wheel, like 400 feet up in the air. I'm scared of heights. Just keep getting higher. I'm literally sweating bullets, like it's so high up.
My name is Jamie Chung, and currently I'm on a show called The Gifted on Fox. You know, I started my career on a show called The Real World, and I've started a lifestyle blog. It's thriving, and that's great. I am filming a show for Fox in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
How are you all?
Jamie, nice to meet you.
Jamie.
In terms of the spectrum of believing in a medium and this whole process, I'm not like a true believer. I'm more of a skeptic, I think. So if you had to give yourself a title, what would it be?
I would say probably clairvoyant medium.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
a clairvoyant is actually a French word, and it means clear sight. So
Okay.
most of my impressions come through visions. I see
Okay.
images. And then as a medium is basically just kind of means literally in the middle. It's
Okay.
someone who acts as a conduit for information. But would you say today you're more interested in hearing about your personal life or people who've passed?
Well, kind of in a weird spot, and I think it just would be nice to have a little bit of clarity or validation. I feel a little lost currently. I just need some validation as to like if I'm doing the right thing, if I'm on the right course.
Now, the interesting thing that's kind of coming through, they're having me talk about you in your life. Like 2019, early 2019, they keep acknowledging launching. This client wants to focus on their personal life, which is very different than a medium reading. When I focus on a client's personal life, I use my guides to come through and communicate information. So when you hear me say they, that's me referencing to a group of people coming through and communicating information. But one of the interesting things is they're having me talk about the love life and the career balance. And they keep putting a very strong emphasis on that and being able to balance that.
Okay.
They're basically not emphasizing health and they're not emphasizing family. They're emphasizing love and career, and they kind of are going back and forth between the two. Love, career. I feel like your love life in some form is going to allow for an opportunity in a career context. So I know it sounds weird, but hear me out with this, because the way this kind of comes through is basically if we have an opportunity to do something with someone who we're in a relationship with, taking this personal side of our lives and being able to implement this on a larger scale. Is it possible that you could see yourself working with your partner in any capacity, like doing a business together, doing something together, anything along those lines? Okay, but the thing is I just want to make sure when we mix the personal life and the business side that it doesn't affect things on the relationship. It's their way of basically being like, this is good, we need to do this, we need to be set on this. Is this something that has been in the works or thought
Can I
about?
say something?
Yeah, for
Can
sure.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we love what we do. We're both actors.
Gotcha.
There always is a teetering balance of like making a marriage work 3,000 miles apart when we're both on different cities and locations.
Sense.
And he is working on something spectacular. It's such a big project and it's such a passion project. And there is something for me to be a part of it. So it's so crazy you say that. And it is gearing towards next year.
I keep saying superhero stuff, and this is good to keep in mind. Something like Marvel, DC, like kind of that vibe. Have we done anything oriented in that field yet?
You didn't know that you're reading
Swear
me,
to God,
right?
on my life.
I'm currently on a Marvel show.
No.
Yeah, and I play a superhero. Yeah, I play mutant, but I'm on a Marvel show called The Gifted, and I also do one voice animated called Big Hero 6, but they're both Marvel shows.
That's insane.
So for
Literally,
you to be very specific.
swear to God, I didn't recognize you. I've done 188 of these, and I have never walked into this ever knowing.
And I'm feeling you right now. Okay.
That's so cool. I'm
All right.
excited. I'm gonna watch the show now. All right. Let me see. So I've been trying to kind of figure out whether to say this, but they're bringing me to baby stuff.
That's really hot in here.
They're bringing this energy forward as something to keep in mind. In your life, one of your big purposes is going to be a mother figure for a child. That's something to keep in mind that without a doubt, I know. The thing is how we get there, it seems a little complicated. We're gonna go through some hurdles to get there, is the way I would describe it. It's nothing to worry about, but if there are alternative forms of fertility that have to be done, or if it takes a little while, or if there's something unique with a pregnancy, just be very conscientious in the event that that is something you do.
Because of my age, I'm 35. You know, it's always a question of like, should I wait? Should I do it now? You know what I mean? Like, it's literally the topic that I think of waking up, and it's the topic that I think of when I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
Is this worth it?
It
You
is.
know?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And you can do it together, and there's
Yeah.
ways it can be done together. And it's a strain that it isn't always going to be there. I think
Yeah.
you two, location-wise, that'll work out ultimately.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah, no rush on that one.
Yeah, tell that to my husband.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
It's a unique stress that
Yeah.
successful women have of
Exactly.
having to navigate the professional responsibilities and then some of the societal
Yeah.
and familial expectations. And I
It's
give
a
it
lot.
to you. It's amazing.
a lot.
It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Any woman in any career can relate because they're juggling so many things at once.
Yeah. If you're having doubts, I think doubts are normal. It's normal to feel discomfort. I think when you know what you're meant to do, life kind of finds a way to open up
Yeah.
those doors to let you do it.
Yeah. I just needed that kind of kick in the ass perspective of like, I feel so sorry for myself. And instead of that, it really is just be grateful. Like, it's only gonna get better, you know?
The universe has clearly set this up to happen for a
See?
reason.
I just needed a good talk.
I know, right? We got it. We worked it out. Well, thank you.
But I think I got exactly like the validation that I needed, you know? Literally, when he was like, on the Marvelous show, I was like, are you kidding me?
All right, see ya. You too. Bye.
Wow. I truly do believe in him. You know, I came into this thinking like not so excited about the future and like, you know, kind of feeling a little down, and it's kind of shifted my thoughts in a more positive way.
All right. Thanks. See you soon. I think that for the person today, there's definitely a grandmother figure that's going to come through. This energy is coming through strongly, acknowledging that they lived a full life. So I'm curious to see who it'll be there for. Hello.
Hi.
Tyler.
Jodie.
Great to meet you, Jodie.
Nice to meet you. Come on in.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. My name is Jodie Sweetin, and Tyler may recognize me as playing Stephanie Tanner on Full House. Would you like some water?
Oh, I'm actually good. Thank you so much, though.
Perfect. I think that people have kind of a skewed perception of what being clairvoyant really is. So I mean, I'm very open to that kind of stuff. I think that there's something in the world that we don't see that, you know, people can get in tune with.
There's already a couple people popping in for you that I'm gonna kind of talk to you about.
Okay. I have some very dear family members who passed away, who I was extremely close to. They were really there for me during a lot of stuff. And so I would love to see who comes through.
So there is an older woman who's coming through, and she is acknowledging that she feels she lived a full duration of life. She views you like a mother would view a daughter who experienced the fall. Someone had a fall before they passed. She's showing me a fall.
My grandmother fell many times and broke her femur.
Right.
One leg was bowed so severely that she could no longer put weight on it because it would just snap.
She did not want to be kept alive artificially, and like, do not keep me alive unless I'm doing it on my own. I don't want a breathing machine. She's doing this to me, which is always referencing to pulling something out. She talks about the incident where she pulled it out. Does that make sense to you?
At the end, she, right before she passed, she wasn't able to eat anything. And so they had to put like a food tube down her throat, and she didn't want it.
Right.
And she kept trying to pull it out, and in order to feed her, they had to put it back in, but she kept pulling it off, and she would pull the oxygen mask off, and she kept saying she didn't want this anymore. She didn't want that stuff.
Yeah, and she didn't. And when she comes through, she's so relieved that she doesn't have to go through that anymore. And she's beautiful. I mean, she's just such, when she comes through so young and so beautiful. And that is how she wants to be remembered, truly.
My Grammy had so many health problems, but you would never know it. You know, she was just sweet, and she was just a huge support in my life. But to watch somebody that you love so much go through that was really hard, because you just want to take it away and make it all better, but there's no way to do that.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. She's coming through and talking about the fact that you were special. Like, there's a connection of like, this is my girl. Like, this is special. She's acknowledging that she came through in a dream. And she's acknowledging this was actually a very like healing kind of an experience, because it was like, oh, you're there. What did she say in the dream?
I don't remember what she said in the dream, but I just remember her being there.
Yeah.
I remember her presence in the dream, and I remember waking up feeling like, oh, okay.
Right.
You know, it was better.
Right. No, there definitely are those connections that they make to us oftentimes. She comes across and acknowledges that she was just really heavily wanting you to be okay after she died. I do have to ask, there is a reference to a recovered alcoholic.
Oh my.
And she's making a reference to it of showing a lot of pride about the recovered alcoholic. So who would that be?
Me?
That's great.
Yeah.
Yes, she's so proud of it because she's talking about I'm seeing symbols of recovery. And this is coming through. She's giving me the thumbs up with this of like I went through this very strong, difficult bout and I got out of it, and that's awesome. So please know that that's her way of acknowledging that. She puts an emphasis on the recovery, and it's like I'm so incredibly proud of that.
Yeah.
And that's what comes through. So please know that she's aware of that.
It hit me in an emotional spot was when she said she was proud of my recovery, because my grandma, no matter what, was my biggest supporter. No matter what I had done or what I had screwed up or not screwed up, she loved me. It brought me a lot of closure and a lot of peace to know that she's happy and she was proud of me.
Well, thank you.
So much.
That was
This is wonderful.
I'm so glad. I feel like Jodie got a lot out of this reading. She was really vulnerable and open with sharing with me. And her grandmother was even treating me like a son. So to be able to kind of have that energy and connect to that energy in a reading just really shows that there is a lot of love there.
All
Thank
right,
you. Have a good day.
bye. You
Bye.
too.
Thank you.
See you later.
See ya.
I have a little bit of a different perspective. I'm definitely less afraid. I think we all have those fears, like, oh my gosh, is that it? And I think that has been alleviated today, that it's not the end.